And he's not in a heel, he's just choosing to go with her, so that's just kind of, when we work a lot on the calm and heel and all that stuff, they kind of get to do it. He's still kind of on the sun though, but all right, we'll see. It's not that hot today, but and she's gonna go away somewhere where he can't really see her, but she can see him. And this is really considered to be without distraction downstay, even though there are flies and bees and squirrels and lizards and all that, but because we work in the yard pretty much every day, it is considered without distractions unless there's something going on like really out of ordinary. But that's kind of how that is. And for the video's sake, obviously we're not going to videotape all 30 minutes of it, but we do a 5 minutes, which is basically enough to make our point. But the dog, without distractions, can go up to 40 minutes. If it's on the place, it can be even longer because he can be preoccupied and playing and doing whatever. But on the downstay, it's kind of boring, so we do worry about, releasing them sometimes and just let them play around and do whatever. If there is a distraction, he's got up to 10 minutes, but we kind of need to make sure that, we release them a little more often when there are distractions, just to be fair. But that's only if we're talking about downstays, obviously. And the one downstay a day for like 15, 20 minutes is usually enough to maintain the behavior. You just have to be random and part of your lifestyle, pretty much, that's all. And I think he's going to talk about the training in this one because it's still like 4 minutes and he's kind of gearing into it. I'm talking to Carrie, I'm sorry. And right now it's not that hot to worry about that sun. It's just the probability of him staying for that long is much less without breaking because he's going to try to go. But that's a good thing for right now. It's not that hot. And obviously you were just trying to be nice to the dog by not. And there's some flies around him and he's already popping his teeth around and whatever, but there's a people walking behind the fence and then there's a donkey there too. So he hears it, but again, that's normal for him now because we worked all of that out. He knows to leave it alone. like it. Here is the signal to go back after him. The important part is he cannot anticipate and get up before she releases him. So we'll see if that's not going to happen. He is not. There you go. That was good. He is not really bad about it, but he is smart, so he does try to anticipate and say, oh, I know everything. One more. All right, that's good.
Baby. Hi, baby, baby. Hi, baby, baby.
Good boy.
Hi, baby, baby. Oh, we good baby. Who's a good baby? Who's a good baby? Oh, who is a good baby? Who's a good baby?
Good boy.
Who is a good baby, huh? Who is a good baby? Hi. Okay. So, obviously, this is the goal, and it's not going to be like this in your house.
Good boy.
You're going to have to work on this, and you're also going to have to have a leash and all that stuff, because he is going to be much more territorial in your house, not like here, because here she's just a temporary guest, so he knows it. So a lot of times he's not going to be as no, I shouldn't use the territorial, let's just keep it at that. So for that, you're going to have to work on a lot of different stuff with your friends and your family members and neighbors and anybody you can find and drag to your house and literally do this with. And we will obviously help with everything. But the problem with all this, and especially once your other dog is going to be going and greeting and all this, it's going to be unfair and it's going to be hard on him. So we will revisit this again, and I actually gonna text you today, right after this, and I'm going to ask you to bring somebody in your house or to schedule somebody to come in and help us during the class. So we'll do that, and ta-da! Who's a good boy? He's like, whatever. He's like, whatever. You in my house, buddy. You in my house. Do you know that? Do you know you in my house? Do you know you in my house? Yes, you do know you in my house, and you love it here. He's a good boy. All right. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good baby boy. But he's not going to be that pretty. No, he's not. He's not going to be that good. No, you're not. All right. Give him up.
Okay.
And he's going to go with her.
No. Okay. No. Okay. 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 No. Okay. No. Okay. Okay, you can have it, Brodie. You can have it.
Nice English. He understands, that's right.
Okay. No. No. Okay. No. Okay. 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 No. Okay. Good boy.
So cute. My goodness, it's chocolate happiness.
Oh, that is chocolate happiness.
See the puppy?
Yep.
That puppy is adorable. It's a baby baby. It's a baby puppy. You were a baby one day, I think.
No.
Good. Wow, that's an empty spot. It's a really empty spot. Oh, I guess there was adoption. Good baby. There was a puppy there. That's a good practice spot right there.
No.
Good job. Because you're kind of not in the store, you're not in there, you can see everybody coming in and coming out and doing all that, so it's a good spot here. And while we're gonna go all the way, but then while you change it, I'm gonna go and get stuff. Because I gotta go to the car and get the money. I wanna get you more treats, boy. You're working fine for these, but Brodie. Yes, you thought about it, but all right. Awesome. Nice job, guys. Okay, guys, I don't have a hand to. Alright, just restart it and just do the thing because he kind of anticipated you stopping. Can you just do a couple steps and then down? He just anticipated you stop because once I say stop, he's like, I can understand language. Just go ahead and restart it and just do a, there you go. There you go. Very good. Excellent. Okay. Now I'm happy. Thank you.
Brodie, please. Good.
Now, and the only way you're gonna get this from, to happen is if you're practicing on yourself. If one of your family members or your friends or anybody who is willing to come over and play this game and willing to let you work him, that is what's going to make it. Also, try to sometimes do it yourself, ring the bell yourself, answer the door yourself, knock on the whatever. The reason why it is important because sometimes you have something else that's going on, or you having a package or whatever, and that's all that he needs to know, just to go in place and stay there until you release him. But that takes a practice because here he doesn't leave, so it's much easier for him to act this way here. He doesn't own the place, and he shouldn't be owning your house either. However, that's going to take some time. But you practicing with your family member when you come home, or when whoever comes home, your close friends and whoever can help you with it, that would be fantastic. That's how you're going to make it for everyone. Now that part is also very important. You see how she's not leaving. She's not making association to the dog that once she stopped the conversation, once whatever that is over, it's over. Because then he's going to be anticipating. It's over when you come up and release the dog. And try never to release him after you technically did what you needed to do. And now you can release him. There you go. Obviously, he had a bad experience with nail clipping.
Right.
The dog is not going to feel any better right now, so you absolutely have to work for it. Now, he trusts us doing this. He's allowing us to do it, okay? He's miserable, and he's going to be miserable for a very long time until we actually get this trust all back, and he's going to understand that all this, see how he's absolutely terrified. So whoever did whatever to him is completely ruined his trust with everything. And it's not like he didn't have it done. I think he did, but he's just absolutely terrified, and you can see by the whole body language. Now, we cannot change in the 3 weeks how he feels about it. We work to the point where he's allowing us to do it, but we cannot get him to feel any better of that, okay? The muzzle is there so he doesn't get any ideas, okay? Because if he can put the mouth on her, then we have to stop, and there is going to be no winning here, okay? So that's what the muzzle is. So by the end of the whole exercise, he's always feeling better, and we always get him back. However, you see the whole body language. This dog is terrified of the nail clipping. So we will talk to you how to make it much better for him. And you can absolutely change this with maybe, if depending on how you work. But if, let's say, you work a lot on this, you'll change his attitude in 2-3 months.
Good boy.
But every time we had a bad physical experience, it's going to take us time to get over it. And the fact that he is allowing us to do it
Even though he's extremely miserable, it's still a very good sign, and he's just cannot, very good boy, very, very good boy,
Boy.
very good boy, excellent.
Good boy. Good.
But it takes a lot to trust again. Everybody knows that. So, I mean, for us, it's always very hard to see. But we hear from clients all the time that the puppies has bad experiences with nail clipping, up to the point where they cut and they bleed and whatever. So, obviously, I'm not giving my fingers either if that's going to happen to me. So, just please, 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 please work on that, and we will spend some time talking to you about it. He's a good boy.
Okay? You. Good. Good. No, you. Good. Good. Good boy. Good. Good boy. Okay.
No? Good. Okay.
Good. And he's looking for a place. So that's okay if he choosing to do that himself. Normally, I mean, he would just stand by the door or whatever, but we always use the place over here or whatever that is. Just that's the way it's happening. So, and I just want to show you that all of his responses are perfectly fine. It doesn't matter if he's gonna stand right there by the door looking out. It doesn't matter if he lies down there. It doesn't matter if he lies down here. It doesn't matter if he sits or walks completely away from the door and completely even forget that you went out. It makes no difference at all. All his decisions are correct except one, stepping outside of that house. So meaning that with us, you see that step there? That's where we draw the line. So he cannot step down. That's the only time when we have problem with it. I don't care what he does inside the house. And if this is what he's choosing, that's perfectly fine with me. Okay, so that is a great, example of what the dog can do whatever he wants. He wants to go and chase flies around the house. I don't care, as long as he's not leaving this house. So that's the whole point of the boundary. And Carrie's gonna leave now. He put himself in this, and you can even see that he put himself. Now he's confused. He's like, well, and he might not remember, did she or did she not put him on? So I'm gonna ask her to go and release him. And even though she didn't put him in there, sometimes you gotta help him. And he didn't even got the point. He wanted to lie down. Fine. If he wants to lie down, he can lie down. All right, just come in and reinforce him. Just sit with him, pet him, and whatever it is. He's doing a good job. So there you go. The whole point of the boundary. And on the husky, you can see it much more because they're just not as willing to please you. So he does what he wants, how he wants it, as long as rules are obeyed. We don't care. There you go. Here you go, baby. Here you go, baby. And she's not gonna give him any treats, and the reason for that is because you don't really want to reinforce that. We want to reinforce, like, yes, whatever he wants to do, but it's a tiny defiance and do what you want and not following her or whatever. But you know what? Who cares? Again, that's a husky. So he can do what he wants to do as long as he's following the rules. And he's gonna fall asleep over there. All right, it's a good example. Am I sitting too close? You're gonna hit the tree. A little more to me, angle out, please, because we can't see what you're doing. There you go. Awesome. We're good. Well, it's windy today. It's not that hot, so you'll be okay. It was windy.
I don't care. Whichever way you want to go. Sorry. All right, you guys did a circle, so that's good. He's a good baby.
Oh boy. Okay. Good. Good boy. Good boy.
Oh, he's a baby. Oh, he's a baby.
Handsome man.
Who is the baby boy? Who is that? Who's the baby boy?
Good boy. Good boy. Ah, good boy. Ah, good boy. Okay. Good boy. Oh, he's a good boy. Okay. Good. Good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy.
And just
Good boy. Good boy. Good. Okay. Oh, who's a boy? Huh? He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Okay. No. Please. Good. Very good boy. Good. Okay? Good. Good boy.
all right, you guys can play. See if you will.
Come. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. Awesome. Okay.
Okay. Good job. They're rolling on the wheel.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
You like the birdies, I know. Birdies are fun. Still have to behave. But if they're gonna be flying, well, that will take an additional training. Huh? No, I was just saying as far as they getting out. We worked out pretty much all the birds in the yard. Now it's just this, like that close, and he loves them. Yeah, here you go. Slice.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Very enthusiastic about that.
What's next, kitties?
Trying to position you as you're in position. So.
Yeah. I think he knows it
Yeah.
before you know it. Is there no cats there?
No.
No, but there is a whole lot of bones over
Yeah.
there. Gonna just get some bones. Bones. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's like they're bones and I can have them. Look, and they're smelly. Many bones. Hey, as long as you can smell them all you want.
Well, maybe there's no cat.
There's no cats. I don't see any cats, so. Well, I'm sure it smells like cats, but there are no cats. Oh,
No.
actually, you have to turn around and do it again. I know. Good, that's better. We don't need to be doing this. I'm just gonna stay here because I want to see those costumes. And for him to get used to the muzzle completely will take some time. He is trained, but we can't really risk anybody. He is going to be perfectly fine with her, but again, that's just a safety precaution.
Good job, Brodie. Move that over. Good.
And this little dog is annoying, so,
Around.
but he's being
Good
very
dog.
good and patient
Around. Good.
with her.
Around.
Not going to like it.
Good. Okay. That's up. That's up. Around. Around.
All right, now put her on the down.
Here. Oh.
Actually, call her.
Come.
And put her on the down. Take his muzzle off. And all I want you to do is around. So basically that is how you introduce the dogs. So if you, not that, but I'm just saying that you introduce them in the muzzle, but then afterwards if there's everything is good, I'm just showing you that. Go ahead. And don't, now once it's without the muzzle,
Around.
we are not going to be too obnoxious to him. You know, we're not going to do like the touch and do all that. We're just going to do all that.
Nope, around. Good, Brodie. Around.
And you can ask her for bark and send her to place.
Stop. Stop. Chair. No, chair. You had it. No, chair.
There you go. So he's good, and you
Good
guys
boy.
are clear to
Good
go.
boy. In. Okay. Down. Good.
There you go.
Okay. Wait.
That way, yeah, just because of the angle. Thank you. You can hide behind this tree. You're good. Yep, you're good. We can't see you. Neither does he. You always try to make it harder than, it is. So anytime that you can, like even step in the house and do whatever, or, depending on how you want to handle it, but step on in the other room. When you're training, when you have the time and you pay attention, you really want to push the issues. And it's hard for them when they not see you, so the next time you gotta do anything easy, it's gonna be actually pleasurable for them to even do, because you're not gonna make it as hard. And he can lie down, stand, sit, do whatever he wants. He just can't leave this spot. So it's a little different from a down, because it's much more easier, and he can actually have even a bone or whatever, toy, whatever, with him. So that's not an issue. So those are much easier than down stays. And you can have as many of them in the house, and if you go somewhere, you don't have to bring anything. This is just outlines where it is. Your little piece of carpet, whatever, could be the same. If you don't have anything, if you have a clear floors, put the electric tape You know what I mean? Literally, there's no really need to, um, you know, buy any kind of bed or do anything as far as that goes. You can turn anything into place, literally anything. So we'll talk more about that. And that's normal because we went to the automatic down when she stops. So that's why when she slows down too much, he might get confused that he will think she's stopping. That's where you see all that trying to lie down. So all good. Now we are separating. See how when she's going slower, he's almost ready to go down, but at any point, his attitude has improved 150%. I mean, this dog didn't want to do anything. Now he is really much like and willing to work and please and see what you want. So that's all good. So I was starting to say about the healings. We separated on fast and slow, corners, back and forth, you know, all that zigzaggy and all that stuff in order to teach him proper movement. So when you practice, if you just walk in a straight line, it gets so boring that the animal cannot really be successful at it. But just because it's just extremely boring for the dog. But if you do this as an exercise, your overall healing process improves, and he gets more exciting, and he can be right, and he can be successful. So that's the whole point about separating this one basic heel skill into the 5 different exercises.
Good.
Good job. And she doesn't want him to lie down at the moment, so it's all good stuff. Yay! Wow, you can kill with that one. And that used to be his favorite. He still sometimes gets into it. He's a husky. He will get into his moods. And there's nothing wrong with that. He's going to want to run around and play, and you're going to have to establish boundaries all the time, but that treat was all got stuck in his teeth. You're a professional caterpillar driver now. Yeah, I don't know what you tried to accomplish there, but and that needs to be done pretty much with all the favorite toys and pretty much all the toys he likes in the house and everything he likes to play with in the house and outside and whatever. Just to make sure that you can control all these emotions if you need to. He can absolutely play and have fun and whatever. But if you say no, it needs to all stop. And he needs to do just that. And he's going to know that once you release him, he's going to go back to play and go back into, did I just say that? Go back to having fun. All right.
Okay. Come.
Good boy.
Good. Good. Okay. Come.
Good boy. Good. So I have the phone in my hand, but I'm going to go through the motions. I'm grabbing the collar. Okay. Point of come is when he gets to you, you need to be close enough that in the event you need to put a leash or a collar on him, you can. Come. Good boy. So I want to reinforce him for the come. Good. And like I say, I'm doing it one-handed, but I'm still doing it. It's easier with two hands. Okay. Good. Come. Good boy. Whee! Good boy. Good. Treats. Collar. Okay. Tapping on the thing. Okay. So when you work on a lot of comes too, sometimes they have a tendency to hang out with you, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But he's checking in good. All good things. No, come. Oh, good boy. No, come. Good. Okay.
There's no birdies, so she said, I don't care. There's no birdies. What do you want me to look at? No birdies? There's a couple birdies over there. They're not looking at you. They're not even looking at you, boy. He's a good boy. Yeah, you are. Very good. A bunch of people, I just can't pull and point over there. And if you can just put them on the down, there you go. Awesome.